Jeremy, what explain these two.
You know, there's so much going on, and so we got such a great staff. These two decided to dress up in a costume with 90 degrees, so I hope they have an extra set of clothes after they're done in there. So just again, an opportunity to welcome kids back to school. That's what we're about.
And so we got left shark and a crocodile.
That's right.
Or at least people who remember that Super Bowl would think of it maybe as left shark.
Yeah.
So what do you? Being back in class for the first time in about 160 days, what do you think about what's been put in place to help these kids out?
Yeah, no, I think we've done a really good job of thinking and processing through as much as we possibly can. You know, these are mitigation strategies, not elimination strategies, and we're putting ourselves in a spot to get kids back to school, and that's what our community needs, that's what our community wants, and we're ready to work hard for them.
Right here, so how'd you come up with this idea to wear these costumes?
Well, we had the costumes, and the more fun we can spread into the day, the better. So when Mrs. Bookman said, "Hey, you want to do this?" and I went, "Of course." So that's why we did, and it's kind of fun to bring some cheer.
And Stephanie, how did you come up with this idea?
I just knew there was a lot of students and adults that were anxious about today and maybe feeling a little stressed, and I thought, well, if we can just do something to bring an extra smile and maybe just lessen the stress for one moment, let's do it.
Opinions, what are your thoughts on starting school today?
It's going to be fun.
How so?
Probably because we get to see all our friends again, and yeah, we just don't have to do online classes and sit at home. So now we get to stretch our legs.
Now it's been about 160 days since you guys have had in-person classes since the pandemic started. How did you make do with taking classes online the rest of the last school year?
IK again.
It was okay. It's just weird going online.
I mean, you can relax and do school, but it's still not as fun as being in school.
They can't really stop you from doing what you
in
want.
person. Exactly. But if you're like on like virtual, how do you say it?
Virtual reality?
Virtual learning.
Like learning, you can't really be with your friends and like basically to explain like what you did and all that like you do normally, because you're like in a computer talking to somebody basically over that. So when you're here at school, you can explain and have more.
What are your expectations then for 2020-21?
I think, you know, we're just every day is a day. You know, we're just going to live in the moment, and we're going to have an opportunity to enjoy what we get to do each day. So, you know, I'm going to show up to work. I'm going to give my best. I know our 90 staff are going to do the same thing, and you know, our families are great. They're going to give us grace. They'll allow us to, you know, make some mistakes, because we'll make some of those, but at the same time, just learn. Just learn how to go back to school and find some sense of normal in our lives.
Now, there's a lot of people who are saying that kids, especially those who are on the younger end of the spectrum, may not totally adhere to mask wearing. What are some things that you are trying to do that you will be doing to encourage these kids
I
to
think
keep
it's
their
all
mask
about teaching. You know, last week we had PD. I had mine on all week, and it's an adjustment. You know, we build in some things to give kids some mask breaks, go for a walk outside. We're going to let kids advocate. If they need a break, they just got to tell us. You know, given today, I mean, we got an air-conditioned building, so we're in a good spot. My thoughts are to our elementary friends and our high school friends and all those without it. So, you know, we can't complain right now because we're in that situation at our school where, you know, we do have some air-conditioned and controlled climate.
Being that it's been 160 days or so since the last in-person classes, since the pandemic, since the virus started hitting, what were your thoughts as the school year begins?
The thoughts as the school year beginning.
I'm excited to see the students. I'm excited to maybe get into a routine, just have a little normalcy in life. But I know there's also a lot of anxiousness. So we're just going with the flow. We have to be flexible.
And that's really the goal of teaching in general, is to help these kids and be with these students just as much as we can and go with the flow and learn in addition to it. And you know, we're helping raise the next adults, so we're excited to be able to model some fun through the chaos, and as well as enjoy the day and get some learning in too.
All right.